You shall love your enemies and pray for your persecutors. That's pretty powerful. And that's a big ask, as they say. How do we love our enemies, though? Craig, that's a tough one for me. Loving my enemies, loving that person who betrayed me. What does that have to do with forgiveness? Well, if you've been following me at all, you'll know that my basis of forgiveness is based on love. And yeah, sometimes that means loving the people who are not convenient. So, how do we love our enemy? Of course, the key is to find that connection, find their humanity. And when we pray for our persecutors, what does that mean? It means, how I pray for my persecutors is that they see the light, that they recognize what they are doing to me and others. And because usually if they're doing it to me, they're doing it to someone else. So that's my prayer. And then when I try to love my enemies, number one, I remind myself, you have no enemies, Craig. You only have teachers that right now you're perceiving as your enemy because they are bringing you a valuable lesson. If you know my story that got me into this whole pursuit of forgiveness, you'll know that the guy who robbed me for the longest time, he was definitely my enemy, even though he was in jail. My forgiveness came around when I saw him as a human being struggling with certain things in his life, the main one being addiction. And that's what caused him to do what he did. And that opened my heart to love for this man. And before I perceived him as an enemy, and now I perceive him as my spiritual brother, that we both are on this journey of life, and that we both have the capacity for love. We both have people who love us, and we both can benefit from my forgiving him. And that's the beauty. Peace.